Good morning. I'm Hassan Giordano, and this is your DMV Daily Dose for Tuesday, December 31st, 2019.
It's currently cloudy and 41 degrees in Baltimore. Expect partly cloudy skies starting in the morning. Today's high will be 48 degrees, and the low will be 39.
Well, while we reported on the big win by our beloved Baltimore Ravens yesterday, our playoff game time, and the record we broke on Sunday's game, we forgot to mention that the AFC leading team signed pending free agent cornerback Marcus Peters to a 3-year contract extension worth a guaranteed $32 million and $42 million overall this past Saturday. Peters, the Pro Bowl cornerback that the Ravens acquired from the Rams during this season in October, will now remain a part of the shutdown secondary that has helped lead the Ravens to a franchise-best 14-2 record. He is now the fourth Raven to ink an extension since the season started, joining wide receiver Willie Snead, fullback and defensive lineman Patrick Ricard, and linebacker L.J. Fort. Now, General Manager Eric DeCosta has said that all along he wanted to prioritize getting players under contract before they hit the open market. And next up should be the signing of free agent defensive gem Matthew Judon, who has been the anchor of our defense this year, according to Coach John Harbaugh. Now, Maryland Matters is reporting on the appointments made by Governor Larry Hogan. On Monday, appointing Delegate Charles Sidnor III, a Democrat from Baltimore County, to fill a vacancy in the state Senate, and Harford County Republican Chairman Mike Griffin to fill a vacancy in the House of Delegates. Now, in each case, the central committees in the relevant jurisdictions offered the governor two options to choose from to fill those vacancies. Sidnor will replace former state Senator Shirley Nathan Pulliam, the Democrat from Baltimore County who resigned in the fall for health reasons in the 44th District, which is anchored in the Catonsville area, but also has a sliver of Baltimore City. Now, Sidnor is an attorney who was in his second term in the House of Delegates, serving on the Judiciary Committee. He will serve on the Judicial Proceedings Committee in the state Senate. He was the choice of the Baltimore County Democratic State Central Committee to replace Nathan Pulliam, while Baltimore City Democrats forwarded the name of their representative, Delegate Keith Haynes, who had also applied for the job. Now, Sidnor's imminent move up to the Senate means that his House seat will now become vacant in District 44B and will have to be replaced and appointed by those same Central Committee members. Now, Hogan also faced a choice between two candidates to replace former Delegate Andrew Casserly, a Republican from Harford County in District 35B, which takes in part of Harford and Cecil counties. Hogan opted for Griffin, a Marine Corps veteran who is the chief marketing officer overseeing all business development for HPS Management and Haverty Grace, over David Woodruff, a former Cecil County GOP chairman. Now, Woodruff had been the choice of his county's Republican Central Committee, while Griffin was recommended by the Harford County GOP. Casserly resigned from the legislature to take a job as one of Hogan's advisors. Now, we spoke about these vacancies last night during the DMV Daily live stream radio show, where Ivan, Mark, Sean, and myself broke down all the politics of 2019, including all the indictments that were handed down to legislators, breaking down that process and who seems to be the one snitching, taking all these legislators down. We also delved into the 2020 campaigns that are happening right now, with their elections set to take place in a few weeks in one case and a few months in most others. Make sure you go over to our Facebook page at DMV Daily News, all one word, to see the 2-hour show in its entirety. Trust me, you don't want to miss this program. Big trust. And the Baltimore Sun's Jeff Barker is reporting on the $1 million in unspent campaign funds that's been left over by the late Congressman Elijah Cummings from Baltimore City, and what happens to all that money now. Now, in Washington, the campaign accounts of deceased and former lawmakers can legally stay active for years. But under federal election rules, the Cummings for Congress Campaign Committee is permitted to contribute within certain limits, to federal, state, or local candidates, political party committees, or political action committees. That's a course that many other congressional campaigns have taken. However, we all know and love our Congressman Elijah Cummings, a Democratic House leader known for his dedication to civil rights and to Baltimore. And he had other ideas, at least according to one of his chief political aides. Before his death on October 17th, Cummings has expressed that he wanted the unspent funds donated to youth programs, such as those helping needy students pay for college, at least so says campaign treasurer Ronald Thompson in an email sent to the Baltimore Sun. Now, while Thompson said that the committee is in the process of winding down operations in accordance with Congressman Cummings' wishes, looking to transfer the funds to educational and charitable organizations for the purpose of need-based college scholarships and youth leadership programs, the late Congressman's wife, Maya Rocky Moore Cummings, says that it might be a little premature to comment on the leftover funds. Now remember, Maya is running for the Congressman's old seat, and as many expected her that she would receive most of those funds, or at least a portion of those funds, to her congressional campaign. And I'm sure she did herself. So we'll see how that plays out. Cummings had about $1.5 million on hand as of the last available report of the Federal Election Commission on September 30th. 48% of that money came from individual contributions of more than $200, while 42% came from political action committees or from other candidate committees, and the rest came from small donors, according to a breakdown by the Nonpartisan Center for Responsive Politics. And as we close out 2019, please be safe, drive, and act responsibly as you bring in the new year tonight. And from all the folks over here at DMV Daily News, we wish you a happy new year. We will be back with your daily dose on Thursday, January the 2nd. But in the meantime, if you want to start the new year off right by donating to the DMV Daily efforts to help keep this valuable daily news podcast going, or to keep the volunteer efforts of the Value My Vote 2020 campaign educational series going with the one-on-one interviews that we have with all the candidates running for office in Baltimore City, as well as the live stream candidate debates that we've had and we will have up to the April 28th primary, just go on over to www.paypal.me/DMVDailyNews, all one word. We thank you in advance. Now, I'm your man, Mr. Politics, and this has been your final DMV Daily Dose for the year of 2019 for Tuesday, December 31st, 2019. For more information or articles that I've mentioned, just go on over to that website, www.dmvdaily.news.